Welcome back, everybody. You know, funny thing about life, you don't really appreciate how good or bad a magic product is until it's out of print or you stop opening the boxes or too much time goes by. You don't appreciate it. I'm serious. You just don't realize what you got till it's gone. That's funny how life works that way, everybody. So, hope everyone's having a great day. My name is Rudy. You're watching Alpha Investments. This box opening video is brought to you by my patron, Matt L. Matt's been waiting very patiently. Only got a couple videos left of Throne of Eldraine. So we're going to talk about a few other little things going on here with the Throne world. And we're going to talk about this set's getting ready to head off into the sunset. I know. And like I tell you guys, you don't realize how good or bad a magic product is until it's gone. And that's going to be the theme of today's video, everyone. Because what happens is, nice little showcase frame. What happens is we open them all, we're so wound up, we're excited, then we get burnt out. We get tired of it because our brains are wired to immediately show us the next 25 magic sets, and then we move on. So that's kind of a side effect of kind of how things are nowadays. And, this is not a good start. And, you know, I look back when I was doing box openings of Battle for Zendikar, doing box openings of Kaladesh Crusader. And, you know, during that time, you know, we all watched the box openings and enjoyed them, like when Kaladesh came out, or Eldritch Moon and all that. But we never really, I don't know, people don't look at the products today the same as they did years ago when it was a new product. You know, there's our first mythic, Dr. Garuk, coming out for a nice swing of the big axe. And that's kind of, you know, that's kind of the weird part about the way magic and life works, and the collectible hobbies really, by the way, did anybody notice we've had no foils? It's kind of weird. That's kind of the weird thing about the way life works. When you go through this stuff, and when you're in a hobby like me for such a long period of time, you start to look at the cards and the sets a little bit different. You start to see kind of different patterns, and you kind of look at the whole process with kind of a different perspective. And like when I'm looking at Throne here, we've been through all these openings, we've been doing this stuff for a couple months, and then all of a sudden, you know, we're going to flick a switch, and then the Throne's just going to disappear, and that's it. That's pretty much what's going to happen here in the next probably 10 days, and we're not going to open another box of Throne for probably at least a year or so. It's going to just disappear for a long time. Now, Throne's going to be in print and readily available, keep in mind, probably for a solid another year. Lord Gary, our first foils, like finally, almost halfway through the box. We haven't even gotten a foil yet. It's like, Matt, dude, we've been waiting so patiently. We finally get to your video. It's like, where's all the foils at? Jeez, just saying. And Circle of Loyalty for Mythic number 2. So, not the greatest. Kind of a fun little card, but not really going to be impactful financially. Or as they say, probably going to be forgettable. Emery coming through here. So that's the thing. So when we talk about the stuff and we look at it, it's always funny because I get random comments and things from people from a long time ago, Return to Nature. And people comment about, oh my God, did you see what Rudy said about that card? Or can you believe this? And it's because, you know, they're going back on a video from years ago and the prices are substantially different. And those are always very humorous comments to see the difference of how time changes the cards and the box and the value. And it's very interesting. Escape to the Wilds. Wow. This may be our first bad, terrible Throne of Eldraine box opening. I mean, where are all the good cards? Another Bone Crusher. We are approaching, yep, that's halfway through box 1. This is a terrible video. No Gilded Goose, no Fabled Passages, no Once Upon a Time, even if it's banned 14 times. Just where are all the good cards? I mean, no good foils, a couple $1 mythics. I mean, what the heck? This is the worst Throne of Eldraine box opening we may have ever had on the channel. Robber of the Rudy Rich, finally a decent mythic. Mythic number 3. I was like, we better have like a home run part 2 of this box here, because this is a brutal start, everyone. Goodness gracious. There we go. Great Henge. And the foil rare is the Folio. Well, Great Henge is good. Folio was your foil rare. Yeah, that's kind of a womp womp. Alright. Alright, so we're making a little bit of ground. There we go. Okay, so all the good cards were clumped together. I was like, so we just had like 4 packs in a row of good cards. I was like, where are all my good cards? It happens sometimes, everyone. Anyways, I do strongly believe, everyone, that Throne of Eldraine is going to be looked back upon as a very, very good time in Magic. Just like War of the Spark. I think it's going to be reflected upon very solidly. And unless Wizards does some weird things like overprints it for the next 5 years instead of, changing their rules or something, I think it's going to age well and become a very unique product. I really do. I do think in 3 to 5 years from now, people are going to be talking about this era, especially with the War of the Spark and Throne of Eldraine. And I think it's definitely going to be a very interesting... I think there's going to be a lot of people looking back and talking about, oh yeah, that's War of the Spark with that viral trailer on YouTube and all the new... That was when I jumped back into Magic after all these years, and I miss it. That was kind of my time. I think people are really going to... They're really going to comment on that, because there's not a lot of sets where people can say that. Magic Mirror for the Mythic number 5. Well, at least we got a lot of Mythics. Even if they're not the strongest, I don't see any crazy Okos. And I mean, you did get a great henge there. No Brazen Borrower craziness, but, hey. A second foil rare, Giant Killers. Okay. So, definitely not the best. This is looking like about a 5 out of 10 on the old money value strength box opening video scale here, and definitely on the weaker side of things. It is what it is, everybody. It happens. Sorry, Matt. We can't all swing home runs there. We can't have every box worth bazillions. And Charming Creepy Prince in a blowout. That card still cracks me up. Blow your house down. Just cracks me up. Anyways, but just keep that in mind, everybody. I do expect the Throne of Eldraine to remain in print for another 12 months. Oh, I thought we had a Brazen there. So don't go out and rush to hoard and sit on Throne of Eldraine. You got plenty of time. This is still a very, very new product. And I don't expect it to be out of print or unavailable for quite a long time. So this isn't something anybody should be rushing to dump money into. If anything, the Ravnica sets, which are pretty old now and starting to get pretty scarce, should be something you should be looking at. Guilds and Allegiance. In addition, keep in mind, War of the Spark is right behind that. Believe it or not, War of the Spark is getting pretty old, everyone. Fae of Wishes and a nice Swampy. So I don't know if everybody realizes. Wow, last pack. Yeah, War of the Spark, it's almost a year old now, so that one's starting to get up there in age. Just be aware, everyone. Elder and an Elite Headhunter. That's always a cool uncommon. Well, that is it for box 1. Matt, that was 5 Mythics, 2 foil rares. Both are kind of crappy. No Fabled Passage, no Okos in the Mythic, no Brazen Borrower. That's a tough box to call good. I can't really call that a good box, man. It is what it is. I can't lie and just be like, that was the best Throne box ever. That was not a home run Throne box, everybody. It tried. We had a little clump of good cards in the middle, but it could not deliver. That box was just too weak. It is what it is. So, all right. So here we go again. Hold on a second. Let me move some comments so I don't knock them over. All right. So let's see if box 2 is a little better. Dancing in the pants here. By the way, nobody? It's funny because when it's out of sight, out of mind, nobody says anything, but I have noticed Throne of Eldraine has very, very little printing errors compared to a couple years ago during the Conspiracy Kaladesh era. The printing problems back then were a lot worse. The quality of the printing has substantially improved. I know nobody talks about it anymore. I can't comment about the foils and the curling over time. I haven't been monitoring that, but I do know the overall... Oh, finally, a Murderous Rider. And a champion for the foil rare. Okay. I know the overall quality has gotten better as far as the centering of the cards, the printing, the ink, the smears, and all that. Cauldron of Eternity coming through. Mythic number 1, everybody. So that's at least one positive thing. Only time will tell how the foils are going to hold up, though. Boom! Embercleave coming through. Mythic number 2. Okay, so we got a lot stronger box. Right out of the beginning here. Holy smokes. This is a lot better than the first box. Doom Foretold. Highly forgettable. But yeah, definitely, I have to admit, I can see myself in about a year from now making videos talking about Throne and investing and making sure you keep your position of Throne. Very nice. Murderous Rider again. Showcase framing. This is definitely going to be a product that when we get towards the end of the life cycle, you're going to want to keep an eye on it because this is... I'd be very surprised if this product doesn't age well. It is what it is. The sheer volume of cards and unique mechanics in the story, the unique framing, the show. Just there's so many things that can have positive moves on the product. And I know, same thing with the Throne of Eldraine collector's boxes. Definitely, it was the first of the collector box series. I know they start off, God, what were they, 350 a piece? And they came down a lot. Now I think they're, what, 250 range? 280? I know they're bouncing around, but they've held quite a bit of money. They have not really dropped. Only the Theros ones have been pretty weak, but I don't know. I don't know if the Ikoria is going to be. I think Ikoria is probably going to be a little bit stronger because they're not taking any chances, especially after what happened with Theros. They can't afford to have a screw up. Gilded Goose, finally our first goose of the video. Didn't even think we were going to get one all video today. I was like, the other box was just brutal. Just a fay of wishes for the showcase frame. Okay, so this box is a lot more normal. You know, with better mythics, more of them. The showcase cards, we got actual better rares. We got the old Embercleave action going on. We got some Murderous Rider action. This is more in line with kind of the feel of a Throne of Eldraine video, everybody. Folio and a foil. And again, I know this is silly, but these common, uncommon, weird land cycles tend to age very well. I know it's silly and weird sounding. I know it is. But let me give you guys a little fun story for anybody actually watching this late. Years ago, during Battle for Zendikar and Oath of the Gatewatch, when I did my couple hundred mass box openings on those sets, some of the most profitable cards that helped me get through that, oh, beautiful unicorn, and actually got me to profitability was the common lands from Battle for Zendikar. Does anybody actually remember them? And the common lands, or wait, or was it uncommon? Yeah, common lands from Oath of the Gatewatch. Boom! Brazen Borrower coming through with the best mythic in the set. There you go. This is a lot better box, Matt. Anyway, I just want to share everybody. You know, the common lands in common... Okay, Oath of the Gatewatch had Waste. Anybody remember those? I was selling 4-packs of Waste, and I still do 4-packs for $3. Okay, yeah. And I've sold hundreds of them. Paid for probably 20 booster boxes. Next, want to also bring up Battle for Zendikar. Besides the lottery cards and everything crazy going on, Battle for Zendikar had those, I don't even know what you call them, but there was a common land cycle. I was selling for like 4 for $1. And people, every single day, people were buying play sets. I've sold, I would say, between 500 and 800 play sets of those $1 common lands. And like I said, they paid for probably 10 booster boxes easily. It was unbelievable how many hundreds and hundreds of those play sets I've sold. And to this day, in 2020, they still sell. Finally, a fabled passage to make us happy today. A lot better box today. Okay, box 2, a lot better than box 1 a few minutes ago. Matthew, this is the kind of throne box that we want to see. A lot stronger. And of course, it wouldn't be thrown with a stupid Outlaws Merriment. It's the only thing positive. We didn't get that in the first box. That mythic shows up in every single video. I'm telling you, every video. And the Serpent. And what do we got? Oh, just a foil common. Well, this is a lot better. Okay, so this is definitely nice, solid, probably 7, 8 out of 10 box open. You got the Brazens, the Murderous Riders. All right, a lot better. And, of course, you even got Embercleave up there. All that glitters. Beautiful little uncommon. So that's kind of the things I always want to point out. There's a lot of weird little things that people don't take the time to think of or pay attention to. A second Emery. When you do these magic sets over years. And I've done this stuff so long, I tend to see these little things that make me go, huh, I wonder what's going to happen with that over the years. And Throne of Eldraine reminds me of that product because of some of the common, uncommon foils. Specifically, there's some weird stuff in them. Specifically, the foils in the common, uncommons can just out of nowhere become worth, $5, $10 a foil. And, that's one of the things. And then everyone goes back and their common, uncommons and tries to see if they have any. Boom! Foil Gilded Goose. That's what we needed. One of the best rares in the set. Foil rare again. Okay. Epic box 2. Finally, that's what we needed to see today. I was like, dude, are we really going to have 2 weak boxes? All right. Okay. Anyways, into the close here. Last 2 packs. Very nice second box there. Sorry I slapped you across the face there, Matthew, in that first box. Harmonious Archon coming through for Mythic number 5. Very solid video. So we did end up with a total of 5 and 5. 10 Mythic opening between both boxes. Very solid. Ending on a gorgeous looking Human Knight of the Bold. So thanks again for watching, everybody. Appreciate the support, Matthew, and thank you for being a very kind patron. As always, everybody, have a great day, and I appreciate the support, honor, and privilege to entertain everybody. Box 2, solid. Brazens, Fabled Passages, Foil Gilded Goose, regular Gilded Goose, double 5 on the old Mythic scale. Very, very nice. Have a great day, everybody.